What's up, guys? We got Avery from Team B, a Team A enthusiast though, from the Pro Play Games Club.
We're trying to get there.
We're trying to get there.
Hashtag A for Avery.
All right. So how'd you do this weekend?
I lost in top 16 to the mirror. Sad because I really wanted this to be the win because like this event more than any, I felt like my deck or our deck was like the best one in the room. But sometimes stuff just happens. It was a grindy game with options, so I might have been able to do something. But if that was, it probably came down to me, not the deck.
Yep.
All right. So
what deck were you playing this weekend?
I played Pendulum, but like a different variant, like a Dark Pendulum.
Like a Dark Pendulum? All right.
Yeah.
I heard it was a pretty popular variant overall this weekend.
All right. Yeah, a lot of us played it.
All right, let's take a look at the build.
All right, so 3 Astro, 3 Chrono, 3 of this. We lost Joker, so this is like the only good normal summon in the deck.
Yeah.
And this card's also really good because of Pendulum Call, which like you'll see later. But I played 3 of 2 Gate. At first I was only playing 1, but talked to Jesse, and Jesse was talking about how like, yeah, the second one's really important, and I didn't really get it because I'm like, why would I add another Garnet to my deck? But it really comes up just because like you need cards that you can put in your scale that are good scales, that like whenever you put it in the scale and you pop it off with Electromite, 1, you can pop it off with Electromite, and 2, like you'd be able to search another one, so it came up a lot where you're able to like absolute because you run the second one. And you need consistent scales you can put in after Pendulum Calling that you can still pop off.
It looks like it.
And with that, I played I played the Mythical Beast engine. I played 3 and 2. Drawing this in multiples is fine.
How was this all weekend?
This was insane. For those people who like didn't know what the cards did, they all got punished by it. This negates hand traps and like all monster effects. So this one's like an actual trap card if you draw it, and this one's a starter card if you draw it. The only issue is this is level 8, so you can't really Pendulum summon it, but I mean, it's still good. You play it at 3 because you always want to see it, and even if you do draw multiples, we're playing like 6 copies of Pendulum Call because we play Duelist Alliance.
Yeah.
Or I played 6 copies. I think
I played 5.
Yeah, Jesse played 5. But still, like it mitigates the fact that if you draw multiples, like it's still like easy to play. This card's just like insane. It actually helps breaking boards too because it's a monster effect. People just like didn't read, but you can like banish a monster on their side of the field by removing 4 spell counters from anywhere on the field, and then their monster gets banished, and then it gains attack equal to that monster's attack.
I'll be honest, I had no idea that I had an effect like that.
Yeah, I did that like twice. It was really cool. I played 1 Garnet. All right, so this was initially Jesse's idea. He was the first one to say it. Magicians all suck. Like,
yes.
With the exception of Purple Poison, which kind of breaks boards, and Harmonizing, which is like a +1. Like, Harmonizing is insane. So we reduced the number of Magicians we played, and we didn't play cards like Wisdom Eye, or like extra copies of Magicians. I played 3 Black Fang, Jesse played 2. This was the small lineup we decided to play. I think Jesse played, instead of one of the Black Fangs, he played Janky Magician.
Yep.
Which is this card. Yeah, it's a level 7 Dark Magician. Came up twice. I don't know necessarily if it would have made a big difference throughout the tournament, but I know in the last round, like in top 16, if that card was in my deck, like I outright won the game. So, I mean, it's relevant, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Janky Magician may have been better than the 3rd Black Fang, but we decided to play such a small Magician lineup because we only want to resolve Harmonizing, and then this helps us break boards. But it's like we're playing extra copies of all the Magicians anyways, because of the Pendulum Calls and Duelist Alliances. Wisdom Eye, we realized was just subpar because 1, it wasn't a light, and 2, if it was an 8 scale, we probably would have played it, but because of the fact that it's a 5 scale, it means you can't summon back your Jackals, you can't Pendulum summon Astrograph, Chronograph, or Gate. So it's just like, it conflicted with the whole Pen Call deck because we wanted to see Pen Call every game, so we never wanted to see Magician, or Wisdom Eye. That's it for the monster lineup. Alright, I played 3 Desires. I like opening this to every hand. Nothing to say. And if you draw multiples, it's actually better in this deck than other decks because you play 6 copies of Pendulum Call. So like the issue of like drawing 2 Desires isn't as big, and even if you do, it will be. And that was my logic, or our logic on this as well. Is like, even though we're playing 3 of a lot of once per turn cards, that kind of gets mitigated by the fact that you have to discard a card from Pendulum Call anyway. So unless you drew Dark Worm and like you needed to pen call pitch Dark Worm,
Right.
you're pitching and call off pen call. So even if you see a multiple of any of these cards, it's only actually a problem whenever you see like double multiples, like double of this, or double this, double this. And even then, it's not like you can't outright play. It's just like that's what happens. And then one-time Pendulum Graph. I like this. I sided out going second though.
That's fair.
And that's it for the main. I don't know if I'd change anything, Jesse. Like, did you change anything?
The main deck?
Yeah.
No. Third dual lines for me, maybe. That's it.
Alright. For the side, I played 3 Ash, 3 Lava Golem. Decided on this instead of Sphere Mode because a lot of people were summoning like 1 Negate, Electrum, and they were megaing a card out of my hand. So I just didn't want, if I draw Sphere Mode and they do that, they're taking a card out and then that Sphere Mode's dead too. So then I'm trying to play Pendulum with 4 cards through a Negate and that's just not happening. So I like this card better in Sphere Mode. Ash is Ash. 3 Cosmic. 3 Barrier. I didn't play evenly matched just because I like having a battle phase. Plus, like, a lot of time, I don't like it against the mirror, so I don't know what I would side against other than like Draco or something like that. But I mean, this card's just generic and better against more things, in my opinion, because it's Beast anti-spell. And then I sided 3 Wavering. It's the weirdest card in the deck.
What do you mean by weird?
So, if you try and side this thing going second, it just eats a negate. So if your hand's not good enough to play through like 2 negates anyways, it doesn't do anything. And if you side it in going first, or also if you go second, like a lot of times they clear scales, or only end with 1, so this card like is a little worse.
Yeah.
And if they go first or second, same concept, Pendulum Call. Because not as many people were playing like as thick of a Pendulum Call engine, but even then, like a lot of people were playing 1 with Duelist Alliance. So if they get to it to play around Wavering, like this card just becomes usually just an MST for whatever the low scale is, usually the gate. But at the same time, like this card's Wavering guys, they keeps outright win the game. So I'm really back and forth on this.
That's fair. All right, let's get to the final part.
Alright. Psycho Cat. The extra, I played 2 Link Monster. Third one came up like once, but not enough to make me want to play a third one. 2 was fine.
Yeah.
Underclock, Zephyra. This card's better than Decode. I want to give them a zone, and this has an effect that even if they manage to clear the board, they're not actually like winning because I'm getting more cards back whenever they actually clear the board. Vortex, 2 fusions. Standard. The fusions make Harbinger. I did that like twice. The fusion's cool. You can copy anything anywhere, so I like copied a sleeper once, and I like popped 2 cards.
That's cute.
These 2 cards, didn't play Ignister, probably should have. That card is nice, but I wouldn't have cut either of these cards. I don't know what I would have cut. Tornado, Absolute, Naruto, Time Star. I made this like twice. Everyone cut it, but I liked it. And Baguska. I didn't play Dweller, kind of wanted to, but the logic is if I'm going first, I'm probably winning against Dino anyway, so I don't need to make Dweller. And if they make a VFD board, you can summon Baguska, and that like beats the VFD board because one, they can't VFD next turn, and Dino actually like kind of struggles with outing that whenever the VFD's there and they have a monster there. So even if they out the Baguska like by linking, like they're not ending with a VFD, so I can try and play the next turn.
Right. All right. Well, it was a nice deck. Congrats on your top 16.
Thanks.
Any shout-outs?
Shout outs to Aaron, Deuce, Alex, Kamal, Jesse, Gabe, everyone I theoried with. Shout outs to Ultra Pro, PBG, best team, best sponsor in the game, and that's it.
All right. We'll hope to see more in the future then, bro.
Thank you.